good afternoon, good day, good everything. I'm back with another video. So today, I'm gonna be talking about how I dyed my hair. I've had a few people ask me this question, and I did record a video of me dyeing my hair, but I'm going to explain later on why I didn't ultimately post it. So first of all, I dyed my hair twice. The first time was December 15-ish. So it was after like my final exam. Sometime during that time period, I decided I was just getting tired of the same look. I was trying to switch it up. I was tired of the same look. I thought a nice dye would really switch up the look. So I pondered for a little bit about what color I wanted to do. I was originally thinking of something more burgundy, some more purplish color, but I realized that that's not the look I was going for. I was going for something that was a little more natural. Obviously it's not natural, but something that was a little less like purple isn't really my color. Red isn't really my color either, so I wanted to go for something in between reddish and I didn't want to do blonde, so I was trying to go somewhere reddish and brownish. So red with brown with red undertones, or red with brown undertones, I don't know. So I ended up going with a copper color. And so my friend told me about how he dyes his hair with the Clairol textures and tones, and I'm going to insert a clip of what that looks like from the video that I was going to post. And so yeah, so I was scouring the internet to see if anybody had ever dyed their locks with Clairol textures and tones. Nobody did, so I was pretty much the only person. I was testing it out on myself for the first time, so that was kind of interesting. And so the first time I dyed it, I used Clairol's textures and tones. It's a permanent dye. The reason I chose it is because one, it was meant for naturals, and two, my friend had used it before. He doesn't have locks, but he has natural hair, so I was like, natural hair, locks, same thing. So I decided I was going to do it by myself, which is essentially where I went wrong. So Textures and Tones, I would suggest it to anybody. It's a great brand. But where I went wrong is that I decided to do it by myself. And knowing that I'm a perfectionist, I'm perfectionist in some ways not, but knowing that I like things to be perfect in a lot of aspects, I don't know why I thought that Whitney Kawaha, would be the best person to dye my own hair, right? So long story short, I got the Clairol textures and tones. All the materials that you need in there are in there. I'll probably insert a clip of me explaining the process, just so you guys can kind of get your head around what the process was like. And essentially, I ended up using 2 boxes instead of 1 because my hair is so thick, and 1 box wasn't enough to even cover half of my hair. So that was already intriguing. So what you're supposed to do with the Clairol is mix the solution, and then so the solution comes in a little squeezy thingy. I don't know what it's called. When you squeeze it and then it comes out, kind of like a ketchup. You know how ketchup bottles have those tips? So the Clairol textures and tones had a tip like that. So you're supposed to squeeze it all around your hair. If you want the roots to be dyed, do that there as well. If you want just the locks to penetrate, you essentially have to saturate the locks with the dye. So that's what I did. Sorry if you see me looking at my phone. I'm just looking at the notes that I wrote down for myself. I don't want to miss anything. And so I went throughout my hair and I squeezed the bottle onto the lock, and then I would use the gloves that they provided in the box, and I would just saturate the lock. So I did that all throughout my head. It took me about 45 minutes. Also did my brother's hair, which turned out really good, but he only wanted 1 section of it done, and his hair is much thinner than mine, so his came out beautifully. And so I did my entire head, and that was fine. That was great. I dyed it. I put the dye in, so it looked great. And so I went into, my brother ended up coming a little later, and I asked him to take out the dye for me, because you're not supposed to take a shower with the dye in, obviously, because if you take a shower with the dye in, your entire body is going to end up getting dyed red. I'm not interested in becoming what's one of them creatures that just red? I can't think of one. But anyways, a red creature. So my brother helped me rinse it out, but it was a pain in this is probably the worst experience I've ever had in my life. It took us about an hour and 30 minutes to get it out of my hair. And so we were going between my bathtub, my bath sink, and my shower trying to rinse out my hair. It took hours to get all the dye out of my hair. It took hours. Okay? And so afterwards, it was the final result, which I will insert here. And the problem I had with the final result was that it was uneven. And it was uneven because I decided to do it myself. There are a lot of blind spots in your head. I can't see the back of my head. So I could only really see the front. And when you're doing it by yourself, you don't know the ratio of how much dye you're putting in each individual lock because you're not seeing it for yourself. So some locks were extremely red, others weren't. Some of my roots were was English grammar. I don't know it. Anyways, so some of the roots were red, some of them weren't. It just looked messy. And it made me shake. I was essentially in a crisis. Like, I was considering cutting my hair off because it looked so crazy. Because I decided that I wanted to dye my hair myself. If you have the option to, don't do it. Right? So it just looked crazy. So I looked online, like, how soon after dyeing your hair can you dye it again? Because I was about to dye it again. And this time I was going to have somebody else, one of my friends, dye it for me because I was not about to be caught out here slipping. So I was online, like, how soon after dyeing your hair can you dye it again? Boys were saying 2-3 weeks. I said, I'm not doing it. I rebuked the devil. I'm not doing that. You want me to wait 3 weeks? 3 weeks with this in my hair looking crazy? 3 weeks? So I was very much ready to go buy another box of Clairol Textures and Tones and do it again in 2 days. And if my hair was gonna be fried, so be it. So be it. But luckily, after about 2-3 days of, okay, maybe more like 24, 48 hours of just sadness that my hair is looking like this, I was like, maybe I should go to a salon and have them fix it up for me, because that would make the most sense. And they're professionals, so they probably, hopefully, know what they're doing. So I went online, looked up locticians in my city, locticians, blah, blah, blah. Typed it up. I found, I'm narrowed down to 2. The first one I called, they said, I don't know what they were talking about. They were talking a whole bunch of foolery. I said, next, thank you, have a nice one. I wish you and your business the best. It's just not finna be for me. And then the second place I called, they were really nice. They said I had to come in for a consultation first so they could see my hair. So I went in for the consultation. They're like, oh yeah, we could do this Christmas Eve. I said, thank you. I nearly cried. I nearly shed a tear. They said they could do it Christmas Eve, so I went in Christmas Eve, and essentially they found a red that was close to what I was going for, the correct color. They put it on top. The exact explanation as to what they did, I don't know. It was I don't know. I'm not a loctician, but they fixed it for me. They made it even. That was my problem with the Clairol Textures and Tones, is that I didn't put it in even. So they fixed that up for me. And then I went about my day, and this is the result about a month later, month later. So yeah, essentially the point of this entire video is that I I dye my hair in 2 ways. The first time I dyed it by myself with Clairol Textures and Tones. I used 2 boxes. The result was, in my opinion, not good because it was uneven and it just looked messy. I didn't like that. That's not for me. So I decided that I was going to go to a salon, which I did, and they were able to even it out for me. And now I love the color. I would suggest, if you don't want to go to salon, and the Clairol Textures and Tones was $8. I got it on Amazon Prime. They sell it there. Get it in 2 days if you have Amazon Prime. If you don't, 5 to 7 business days. Get the Clairol Textures and Tones if you don't want to go to the salon and pay. I paid $80. If you don't want to pay $80 at a salon, get the Clairol Textures and Tones, but do it with 1 or 2 other people. Ideally 2. So yourself and 2 other people. So one person applies it, the other can check for evenness, so that you can ensure that your hair isn't going to come out uneven and it's not going to damage your hair. The Clairol Textures and Tones didn't damage my hair. I used the conditioner. The first time I used conditioner in like 5 years. Okay, like 3. How long have I had locks? 3 years. It was great. For a few days afterwards, I did feel like my hair was dry, so I had to apply more oils and stuff to it. But that's standard after hair dye treatment. So I would suggest, if you don't want to pay $80, do it with 2 other people and you'll be fine. With Locs, you might need more than 1 or 2 boxes because I lost my train of thought. You might need more than 1 or 2 boxes because our locks are thick and it takes much more effort to penetrate. Yeah. So essentially, that's my story. Dyed my hair. It went wrong. Then I fixed it. Here we are today. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you want to see next. It doesn't have to be a lock video. It can be anything. And I'll see you next time. It's not seductive at all.